Half a world away from here, the commander of U.S. military forces against ISIS says it could take weeks or longer for Iraqi troops to recapture the city of Mosul. The operation is only about a day old now, and American officials insist U.S. troop involvement is limited to airstrikes, training, and logistical support, not frontline ground combat. But there are concerns tonight about a protracted conflict with American forces so close to the action. Correspondent Kevin Corke has details tonight from the White House.
It has begun. Despite fierce, entrenched opposition, Kurdish forces today began advancing on a string of villages east of Mosul, the beginning of a long-awaited campaign to reclaim Iraq's second-largest city from ISIS, which seized it more than 2 years ago. The battle also presents the Obama administration with the prospect of delivering a crushing defeat of ISIS in Iraq before the president leaves office, an answer to critics who say Mr. Obama's been slow to respond to the rise of the terror group.
This is going to be a difficult operation, and this is not something that will yield success overnight, but months of planning has gone into ensuring the success of the military operation.
An operation that's expected to mirror previous efforts that saw the coalition reclaim the Iraqi cities of Ramadi and Tikrit. This time, about 4,000 Kurdish Peshmerga troops are expected to engage ISIS with American military support, both on the ground and from the sky.
The hour of victory has arrived. The operation to liberate Mosul has begun.
Mr. Abadi's speech, similar to one he delivered earlier this year when the fight for Fallujah began. And while that battle lasted just weeks, this one could take longer to complete. Defense Secretary Ash Carter said of the start of the Mosul offensive, quote, "This is a decisive moment in the campaign to deliver ISIL a lasting defeat." The fight to liberate Mosul comes against a backdrop of grave concerns that hundreds of thousands of people could be displaced by the fighting. Battles that won't include Americans on the front line, but will find them in harm's way.
We've been clear from the start that Americans are again playing an advisor role, an enabler role for these Iraqi forces. It will be Iraqis in the lead with Americans in a support role.
Experts believe, given the terrain the coalition will face in Mosul, this could well be the most dangerous environment yet for the thousands of Americans who will operate in support of the Iraqis as they march on Mosul.
Well, the challenge is always enormous in urban warfare, with its, with the complexity of the battlefield, civilians in place. I mean, there's still up to 1 million citizens left, Iraqi citizens left in Mosul. Not sure exactly how many. So it's ugly. It's difficult.
Difficult indeed. Danger on the ground as well as politically, Brett, because keep in mind, this is a president that has fiercely resisted American involvement and entanglements abroad, and now is pinning at least part of his Iraq legacy on the training, the willingness, and frankly, the ability of the Iraqis to win a battle that they've yet to win thus far. Brett?
Kevin Corke live on the North Lawn. Kevin, thank you.